order. This meeting is properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 and are closed captioned for hearing impaired viewers. Please note some customers of Cox Communications who do not have a cable box may view this meeting on digital channel, good morning, 89.5. The Redevelopment Agency meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the city's website at www.kclv.tv. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 on the web Wednesday at the meeting at 8 p.m., Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday at 7 p.m., Sunday at 7 a.m., and the following Monday at 1 p.m. This building is protected by state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exit tobacco chambers out to the staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with a marshal or fire official for assistance. Once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First. Employees wearing safety vests or city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related to the items on the agenda, citizen participation, and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card which you may complete and submit to our city clerk up front here. Cards are available online in the clerk's office or at the rear of these chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If anyone is present today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please come forward and see our city clerk staff. If you parked in the parking garage across the street and did not receive a validation ticket, if you entered our chambers, please exit to your right. See the security personnel at the entrance. We will move on to agenda item 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be related to and limited to the matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium and state your name for the record. We will set the time at 1 minute.
Thank you. Good morning, Mayor and Council people. My name is Gene Collins, and I live at 1411 Virginia City Avenue. I'm here to wish Mrs. Tarkanian, give her our condolences for the loss of her husband. I was fortunate enough, have the good fortune enough to meet them when they first came here. And when Tony Ayala and, Tony Morocco, Mr. Ayala, and I think the other gentleman. So I just came to wish her our condolences and to let her know that we really appreciate the work that she allowed us to use her husband all of these years to not only entertain us, but to help put Las Vegas where it is. And so I just wanted to say thank you for all of the things that you guys have done for this community. And since I happen to know you personally, there's a personal thank you from me and my family for the work that you guys have done. And that I just want to say thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Collins. And I know she will definitely appreciate those words. Thank you. Anyone else wishing to come forward? Thank you.
Good morning.
Good morning, and we don't need your address, just the name, please.
My name is Margaret Coleman, and this is concerning a court order that was issued in 1982, and is also concerning, I was trying to run as a mayor. I was trying to get my contingency money that was $3 million from the committee, and I haven't had a chance in order to receive this money from you because you're not paying attention. I have went in front of the Board of Commissioners trying to get this 2.1 that Weekly had. The 1.5 from Tarkanian in the North Las Vegas. Now, I cannot campaign. I have to show these pictures. Now, this is concerning youth. This is when is this where you show the pictures? This is youth.
And Ms. Coleman, I just have to remind you, this is only 1 minute time. You'll have to come back at the latter part of the session, so you can have your 3 minutes, but we're
Is my
limited.
time up already?
It
Well,
goes
I just
quickly when
wanted to
you're
say
there.
that I'm unable to campaign, so I had to withdraw.
Well, we would
I
have
had to
welcomed
say-
you and
make that
appreciate that you
statement,
care
but-
about our city, but don't forget that piece, and then you come back at the other part of public hearing. We appreciate your coming down. Thank
Okay,
you.
well, I don't have that kind of time. I have a daughter that's blind and in the hospital, so I don't have that kind of time.
Okay,
I only have
well,
this
we
1
wish her
minute
well.
to express myself that I am in need of that money that has been into contingency and used by the
Right,
committee.
you have been here before on that, and we certainly
Many
appreciate
of
that you come
times, and you
down.
have not given me the guidance where to go. You have only put me as a lobbyist, and a lobbyist is supposed to, you're supposed to comply
Okay,
with your
thank
own
you
laws.
very much. Thank
So can
you.
you tell me where to?
Okay, so is there anyone else, please, that wanted to come up and use this time? Okay, thank you. We will then move on to agenda item number 4. RA 2015, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Quick Start Program, QSP, between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Doogie's J Cafe LLC, tenant, QSP participant, located at 603 South Las Vegas Boulevard, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment agency, and authorizing the execution of the QSP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $22,000 RDA Special Revenue Fund, Redevelopment Area Ward 3, Councilman Coffin. This item is related to Council Item 49, R4-2015. Mr.
Good morning, Mayor, members of the Council, and Redevelopment Agency Board. For the record, Bill Arntz, Director, Economic and Urban Development. I know the slide on the overhead looks a little unusual because it says cafe, and you see something other than a cafe here. This cafe is for Doogie J's Cafe, LLC, and the cafe is being named in memory of Army Specialist Douglas J. Green, who died during his service in Afghanistan. And to Mr. Green and his family, we'd like to thank him for his service to our country. This restaurant is to be located at 601 South Las Vegas Boulevard. The cafe is the tenant, and this building was at Las Vegas Boulevard in Bonneville. It had been destroyed by a fire, had to be completely renovated. The cafe replaces the sandwich shop that had occupied the building, and at least $213,000 in renovations are required, $60,000 of which are code compliance issues. The applicant qualifies for a $22,000 grant, and with this restaurant, we'll create 5 full-time jobs and 4 part-time jobs. Staff recommends approval. With that, I'd like to turn it over to a representative of our business.
Hi.
Good morning.
Good morning. Thank you. My name is Sunny Shabro, and it's Dougie J's Cafe. And actually, Specialist Doug Green was my son. And in honor of him, we wanted to build an amazing cafe that welcomed veterans to come and tourists and just anybody that would come in and feel a little patriotism and eat a great burger and a great sandwich and some great homemade soup. But the grant has really assisted us in literally doing a whole renovation, doing a whole new kitchen. We started from literally the ground up, plumbing, electrical, brand new kitchen, decor, to make it look like a patriotic cafe so people could feel welcome. We've done so much, and we would love to invite everybody on the council to come by and support us. And we're just so excited to have a cafe like this in this great city.
We thank you, and thank you for your son's service. Just sad, very sad. But this looks wonderful. So when are you open already?
We are open, and
Your hours are?
we're from 9 to 3. We do a big breakfast and lunch, and it's great because we do the attorneys and the judges and the tourists. So it's a great mix. And people come in and they say, you know what, Sonny, every town should have a cafe like this, where you can come in and have great food and feel patriotic. So it's kind of cool to be the only cafe open like this in the valley, and people say that they've never seen anything like it. So I think it's a great addition to the
So
city.
we wish you good luck with it. Are you open 7 days a week?
We are open Saturdays as well, 8
Wonderful.
a.m. to 2. Great breakfast. In fact, I have some,
We will be
even to
by.
order too. Have some great menus. Bob's been in there. It's great.
We
But
will be
thank
by.
you so
Thank
much.
you very much. Any comments, questions? Mr. Coffin, Councilman Coffin.
Thank you, Mayor. It's a wonderful little place, and it is like a little USO away from everything else, too, for vets. And as you recall, Mayor, from the ribbon cutting, we had people from Doug's unit here. We had a lot of old times, some sad times at the opening, but Mary and I have been there for lunch. And I've been in there for coffee, I think, once. So, and the food is really good, well prepared, and very fast. So, and reasonably priced. What more could you ask for in downtown Las Vegas? So, we encourage people to go to Dougie's. It is Dougie's, right? Not
It is
Doogie.
Dougie J's Cafe.
Okay, well,
right?
we'll do our best to pronounce it right here. Dougie J's is a great place, and it's still hard to see. It's hard to find. I think the best landmark to use is just north of, right, next to, if you want to say, of the Gold and Silver Pond, the Pawn Stars place.
Correct.
And you still need better signage, so.
We do. We're hoping
We
to
need to
get a
talk
sign.
about that. Your landlords, Ozzy Fumo, and I don't know, Tom Pitaro is part of that deal too, so they know a lot of people.
They certainly.
Let's see you again, hopefully.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I move for approval of this item.
Thank you. There's a motion.
Thank you so much.
Please vote and please post.
Mayor, I have a question after we post.
Yes. I agree with Councilman Coffin on that. I do recall coming to that ribbon cutting, and it is tucked away. It's adorable, but it absolutely needs signage from the street that you're in and tucked away back there.
I think it's a VIP
And that
project.
motion does carry, and Councilman Barlow has a comment, please,
I do.
Yeah.
or question.
All right, I appreciate it. Much success to you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thanks.
This is a question that I have for Mr. Arndt and for the council in regards to the Quick Start and the those that are able to qualify for the Quick Start. I know that on many occasions, we've had applicants come before this body asking for Quick Start, and looking at their company and their financial wherewithal, have the ability to actually pay for everything out of their own pocket. And so I was under the impression that the Quick Start were for folks such as Dougie J's and the like, in regards to providing a level of assistance to help them, close some of the financial gaps, or to be of assistance to make sure that they're productive. Is there anything within the structure of our body that defines or can be redefined in regards to meeting a specific threshold of financial ability to pay versus taking advantage of the Quick Start funds, which the little guy, if you will be at a greater disadvantage than they otherwise would be?
Thank you, Councilman. I think we're addressing that through two ways, and you're correct. That is the intent of the program, to help businesses that could not otherwise afford retrofitting some of these spaces in downtown and the greater downtown area. We're looking at two ways. One way is we've limited participation for property owners to one application per fiscal year. So if there's a builder out there, and we have some wonderful partners that are taking a lot of spaces in downtown and pouring a lot of money into not just one storefront, but several in a given year, we've said we'll participate, but only one per year, so that your investment doesn't crowd out the little guys. And I think that's helped, and that's why Dougie J's Cafe and others are able to access the funds. The second thing we're doing is there is a requirement per the redevelopment law that the applicant demonstrate no other reasonable means of financing. And another way of putting that is, but for our investment and our involvement, they would not move forward with the project. And so the needs test, if you will, is kind of a tricky one, because it's really hard for us to set specific criteria as far as the revenue levels or profit levels of the business, the size of the business. We believe that even medium and large businesses would not move forward in a lot of these locations should we not participate. And so we do require the owner to sign an affidavit saying that but for this assistance, they would not move forward with the improvements. And we do have that other requirement that only one property location per owner.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you very much, Councilman. We will now move on to Agenda Item 5, RA 32115, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Quick Start Program, QSP, between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Cross Hill One LLC owner, QSP participant, located at 516 South 4th, to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of QSP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $35,000 RDA Special Fund Revenue Redevelopment Area Ward 3, Councilman Coffin. This item is related to Council Item 50R-5-2015. Mr. Art, that's adorable.
Thank you, Mayor. This Quick Start program is for Ed Burstein and Associates. It's on 4th Street near Clark. I think, Councilman, this really fits that category you were trying to describe, where it's obviously a firm that's been in our downtown for a long time. The owner is looking to invest a lot of money in rehabilitation and code compliance. This building was originally a residential building constructed in 1927. To bring it up to code for commercial use, the owner has to put in over $350,000 into the building, and without our participation would not be able to finish the building and have a reasonable rate of return to actually put this building into use. So another way to say it is the owner would not move forward without our help on this project. Because of our partner's investment, they're eligible for a $35,000 grant. With me is Ed Bernstein, and I'll turn it over to him to say a few remarks.
Good morning, Your Honor, City Council members. This is a property I've owned for 40 years. I've been at that corner on 4th and Clark. We needed some more room. We're going to expand our existing building and level the building at 516 for parking. We looked at the costs. We decided if we had a little bit of help from the city, we'd be able to really preserve that building, put in the sidewalks, the exterior improvements, the landscaping, and really make 4th Street look a little bit better than just another parking lot.
It's so cute as it is. But
Yeah.
that was the elevation that we just had on the previous slide of what it's going to look like, Mr. Arndt? This is what it's going to look like.
Oh, yes, Your Honor. That, you may recall, that was the old Nevada Legal News purple building.
I remember that. Absolutely fabulous. Any questions, comments? Isn't that cute? Like to pick it up like it is. It looks like Chicago Joe's. Okay. Councilman?
Your Honor, I move for approval of this item.
Okay, there's a motion to approve. Please
Thank you.
vote and please post.
Thank you very much. Well,
Thank you. We're waiting for the posting, which will come momentarily. Thank you. The motion carries. Good luck. And agenda item 6, thank you, Mr. Arndt. Citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be related to matters within the jurisdiction of the redevelopment agency. No subject may be acted upon by the redevelopment agency unless that subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come to the podium, give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Is there anyone wishing to speak under this portion of the agenda? Good morning, Ms. Duncan.
Good morning, Honorable Mayor and distinguished City Council persons. My name is Catherine Duncan. I'm the president of the Las Vegas Ward 5 Chamber of Commerce. And I've come in front of you on numerous occasions, but right now the clock is ticking. Our time is running short. It seems as though I've gone full circle, and I believe that without your participation and your putting the hammer down today, we could be in serious trouble again. I come to you to talk about not only the historic West Side District, and I don't need to belabor the history of the historic West Side, we all know the challenges faced with that community, with our community. So what I need from you today is to instruct your staff. I've been meeting with your wonderful staff in the Neighborhood Services Department, Urban Development Department, Redevelopment Agency, and there just seems to be a disconnect between what's in their hearts to do and what they believe they're allowed to do. So what I would need for you to do today, especially you, Mayor, and you, Councilman Barlow, is to instruct staff today to partner with the Las Vegas Ward 5 Chamber of Commerce to use all necessary resources to bring about the redevelopment of the Moulin Rouge. I know that's probably 3 minutes already, and I don't know how much further you would like for me to go, but if you have any questions, maybe I should stop here and answer whatever questions you might have so that they will have clear direction on how to move forward with doing what we all know that they want to do. They just need direction from you.
I'm going to make a recommendation. You make an appointment with Councilman Barlow's office and make sure that it's coordinated with my schedule so we can get together and hopefully see what we can be doing in this regard.
Mayor, through you, if I may.
Please.
I know we're not agendized for this item. However, the question that I have, and maybe this is more so directed to Mr. Arndt, just from a query standpoint, so Mr. Arndt, if you will indulge me just for a moment, in regards to the question that has come up time and time again relating to the Moulin Rouge, as far as the city's past participation in hotel casino developments. I know we've been talking about new market tax credits and the like, and I know you've basically researched this as well, but if you just share with the mayor and council as far as what you've been able to come up with in regards to any level of participation, if any, would be helpful. And it's not a direction, it's just more so a question, a query in regards to just the work that you've been able to identify.
I would just like to interrupt here only because it isn't agendized, but we definitely want to, and pardon me on that, I just don't think it's appropriate at this time because it's not, as we're instructed here on the agenda, it has to be related to something that's on the agenda, which this is not, but we are passionate about it. So perhaps at the appropriate time, whether it's later in public comment, the first minute as we begin the regular session to bring it up, which would be fine, just briefly, and then if you would, Mr. Arndt, make your comment at that time, but not in the redevelopment at this point.
So it'll be after we begin the
Regular session
city
this morning, for at
city
least a
council.
minute, and then if you
Right.
wouldn't mind being around, I think you are here anyway.
Okay, that's fine with me.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am, and I just wanted to commend you for the previous efforts that you've done, making Martin Luther King the best Martin Luther King in the world. You've reopened F Street, you've started the West Side School, and so now we need to take that next bold step. And again, may I remind you that the clock is ticking, and we don't want this next bomb to explode.
Thank
So
you.
if you would, and I'll be back
Thank
at
you.
9 o'clock or
Yep.
9 o'clock? Okay, thank you.
Okay. Okay, and this is agenda item 7. Anyone wishing, any member of the redevelopment agency who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda? Any comments from us? No? Okay, this
I would like
redevelop-
to speak on the agenda items 16 and 17 about the homeless management
That would be in the
information.
next part when we go to the regular council
Well, you
meeting.
said this is public comments concerning the items.
No, this is redevelopment agency comment. You've had your public comment before. So at 9 o'clock, when we reconvene for the regular meeting, there will be public comment there for the agenda items. We're in the redevelopment meeting right now.
But isn't this
thank you.
concerning business items?
It will be fine when we reconvene at 9 o'clock.
If you
So-
could let me speak now, I would appreciate it.
I'm sorry, we can't do it. You're not in the redevelopment, you've already done that, but thank you very much. We'll look forward to hearing from you when we reconvene. So we will now adjourn the redevelopment meeting, and we will start our city council meeting in 5 minutes while we switch over.